22 minutes for the duration of the chase. Police involved in this chase and the defendant Brelo would like to put the blame for the chase and their death on Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams. Publicly, the union said all they had to do was stop, and you'll hear that as a theme, as an underlying theme in the courtroom. Supervisors, though, as the state will show the court, lost the control, and Officer Brelo ignored his training as other officers lost their training. The evidence will show that the individuals that they were chasing were not violent criminals, Your Honor. They were chasing a 1979 Malibu. It was a jalopy. It was backfiring on the streets and on the highway. There was a mob mentality that took over. He was one of those officers. He shot and killed Melissa Williams and Timothy Russell at 10:55 p.m. The evidence will show. He fired and reloaded, almost emptying the third magazine of his Glock 17, a total of 49 to 50 times. That is 49 to 50 times. The 50th time may be if he, as he says in his own statement, put a round in his chamber. The point where his actions became criminal, Your Honor, his shots from above, on the trunk of his own car, 238, and on the hood of the Malibu. The evidence will show that Brelo got out of the car after shooting these 5 rounds through the windshield. Then he proceeded to the back of the bumper. Then he got on top of this trunk of 238, and then on top of the light bar, an even higher elevated position, shooting down into the Malibu, before finally getting off of the light bar and shooting more shots even on the top of the Malibu. The trajectories can establish that there were 29 downward paths into the bodies.
Your Honor, we respectfully submit to you that there are 2 central issues in this case, that of causation and also that of legal justification. It's our contention that in this particular case, you will see that there probably is not much of a dispute over a significant amount of the evidence in this case relating to the physical evidence and where it was located and where it was found, by which car, where individual officers were shooting from. It was these officers, Your Honor, went into the schoolyard and Mr. Russell drove his vehicle into the back area in his effort to, again, evade the police. And again, keep in mind, Your Honor, that this cuts both ways. All the police cars, it takes a pretty brazen individual to flee that number of cars pursuing with sirens and emergency lights flashing. And what would a trained police officer think? These are some bad people, and they have to be running so hard for a reason. The evidence shows in this case, Your Honor, that when DCI did its investigation, as indicated by the state in its opening statement, they cannot match any of the pellets from the police weapons to any particular injury. They cannot match a pellet from any officer's weapon to any particular fatal gunshot wound. Your Honor, we respectfully submit to you that after you carefully consider and in a dispassionate manner review the evidence in this case, that the state will not be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt the element of causation, and also, Your Honor, that Officer Brelo acted with legal justification along with the other 12 officers in this case, consistent with the most recent decision from the Ohio State Supreme Court in the White case, and also by the various case decisions by the United States Supreme Court in the Rickard case and also in Tennessee v. Gardner.